It seems to work. Can you guys see me? We're having technical difficulties. Let me know if you guys can see me okay. Because I don't know what else to do. Well, it looks like it's working. I'm just waiting for somebody to acknowledge that they can see me. You can come get the other computer again. I don't know. I'm waiting for someone to respond. Okay. They can see me. Oh, God. The internet. I don't know what's going on. Hey, guys. All right. Gerald was offering me his computer, but I think I found the problem. Here, you can have that one back.
Rolling up?
I think so.
All right.
All right. Can you lock me in?
Oh, sorry. Good luck.
Make sure you hear me, though. When I'm done. Otherwise, I'll be like, ah.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
All right.
You have another earphone or no?
Oh, you can have my earphones. I don't need them.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't need them. Gerald's waving. We're trying to figure out what was the problem.
I can't lock you in, actually.
Yeah, just take the key. Yeah, no, I'll get it. I'll get it. Here, I'll do it. All right, thank you, honey.
Oh, yeah.
I love you too. So I think right before I came on, I had to do an update on Firefox, and I'm thinking that's what the problem was because I went to something else. What is it here? I always use Firefox, but I went to another internet thingy, and it works. All right, cool. Phew! I was getting a little worried there. All right. Hey guys, thank you for being patient. Just a technical difficulty. So happy you guys can join me again today. Thank you for the comments on my hair. I think it's a little bit too dark. I went to a brand new hairdresser, and I have to start going to France now, and I do think it's a little bit too dark in color, but I am acceptant for what it is, and we will just love it the way it is. Thanks, guys. All right, let's get started. We're going to do angel card sessions today. I have 4 different types of cards that I was blessed to be gifted by you guys. This is my original pack. I just want to show you guys which cards I'm using. That is the card that my very first and only pack I ever bought myself. These beautiful cards I received from my friend Judith. I always forget who else sent it to me. This is from Corrine Denberger. Thank you so much for sending these to me for Christmas. I have the best. This is from Olga. I remember this is from Olga. Olga, this is from you. Thank you so much. I wanted some extra cards, but I was looking at the prices and I was like, ew, maybe I should hold off and I'll just send it out to the universe. And believe it or not, but all of these three packs came to me. I did not request them. I never verbally requested them. I never said anything to anyone. I just send it out in my mind to the universe that if the universe wants me to have a variety of cards, then in some way or form they will find their way to me, and they did. So amazing, just amazing how the mind can bring things into reality. Eric is here because he is rubbing my nose. So hello, Eric. So what are we doing today? Angel card session. So basically, for the people who are new here, because we've been getting a lot of new followers, I just allow Spirit to flip out a card. So I wait till a card jumps out, and I will let you know what's on the card. And then I will also tell you what I'm intuitively picking up on to maybe bring more clarity to the card. If it resonates with you, great. Don't be afraid to let me know that. I am still human, and it is great to hear that the message was received. If it doesn't resonate with you at this time, know that keep it close to your heart. Sometimes we do get messages for the near future, for something that hasn't come to pass or hasn't come into your path yet, but they already want you to know the answer for when it does. And understand that even if a card is being pulled that's not specifically for you, or that wasn't linked to your name, but it resonates and it's giving you those goosebumps and it's giving you that feeling, that idea of, wow, they feel like they're answering my questions, then it is, okay? Spirit knows that I cannot get to everyone. So what they will do is they will give you some kind of physical validation, a feeling, goosebumps, or just, the thought of, is that for me? If you get that thought, then yes, it is, okay? It is simply the universe's way of bypassing certain things in order to get the message to you as well. So listen closely to other people's messages, because it might just be one for you. All right, let's see. So what I'm doing is I'll just randomly pick names. I also have people from Patreon. I have their names written down here that I will pick a few of people on the Patreon account that couldn't be here today. If you guys don't know what my Patreon account is, it is a page where I post weekly channelings. Right now I'm working on writing down a channeling I did with my angel Marna in regards to how some people see faces in items, and what is that all about? Is it just our mind playing tricks, or is it really spirit trying to communicate, or is it a little bit of both? We're going into the depth of that. Just recently we did a very extensive channeling on the Schumann resonance on the moon, which was, I think they should make a book or make a movie out of the story that we received on that one, because that was mind blowing. We've done things on giants. We've done things on dragons. I mean, there's over 200 posts, channeled posts. The spirits that step forward, and these are questions that you guys send in. So, and the spirits that answer them, it's a variety of spirits. I have had Nicholas Tesla several times that actually responded to the Schumann resonance and the moon, and very different posts. I have Bruce Lee from time to time. I have Pocahontas. I have Eric, my guide, my two angels. And every now and then, we had George Carlin the other time. So many different spirits. It's not because I'm not that active anymore on YouTube that I'm not doing any channelings. They are weekly channelings, and you have access to all of the channelings that have been done in the past on my Patreon account for only $3. Okay, so go and check that out. Patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh if you're interested. And we do these angel card sessions on a weekly basis on there as well. Therefore, the group is a little bit smaller, so the chances of getting a card is also much, much larger. But there you go. I just wanted to get that out there for you guys. And let's get started. Hi, Corinne. All right. Patty M. On March 2nd, I entered my garage at 6 a.m. There was a man that appeared. I wanted to know what was the message, or why did he appear, or who was this man, and then he disappeared. You know what? Which one are we getting? Getting this one. I'm telling you, there's been some weird, the energies are massively shifting, and I'm talking massively. And I've been having some weird experiences too. I've been seeing things, feeling things. I've been lifted up into the air. I mean, it was the weirdest thing, but I literally touched my ceiling while I was laying in my bed. It was the weirdest thing. So understand that more and more of you who are open, who are connected, who are sensitive to energies, who are very intuitive, you guys are going to experience more and more weird things. And the advice I want to give you all is don't be afraid. Don't fall into, there it goes. Don't fall into fear, but simply allow it to happen and see what happens. For me, it sometimes is scary too, because all of a sudden I felt my body floating. I had just laid down, just closed my eyes, trying to get comfortable. My entire body was aching from head to toe that day. I woke up, every inch of my body it felt like I ran a marathon. And I didn't prepare for it. That's how it felt. I could barely walk that day. It was the 8th of March. The energies that were being sent out from the sun were so intense. The Schumann resonance went up the roof. And I woke up in a massive amount of pain. And that night, I was trying to get comfortable in bed to go to sleep, but I was in so much pain. But all of a sudden, my eyes were closed and I felt myself lifting up. And I was scared at first, but I kept telling myself, don't open your eyes. Don't jinx it. This might be something cool. Don't jinx it. So I try to see it as a little adventure. Every time something happens, yes, the first response is, whoop, what is that? But you have to convince yourself to just roll with it and see what happens. And I rose up to the ceiling. I could literally feel myself stop because I couldn't go any further because the ceiling was in the way. And my eyes were closed, but I kept them closed. And then my entire body started glowing like massive heat. And I kept hearing in my head, just stay calm. We're here to help. So I was like, okay, you guys do what you need to do. And after a few minutes, the heat became less and less and less. It started to get smaller and smaller. And I swear all of the aches and pains were gone. And I felt myself going back down, and I opened my eyes and I sat up in my bed and I called Gerald and I was like, you're not going to believe what just happened. All of the pain is gone. So those are things that I've never experienced before. I've never had that before. Usually spirit comes to me in my mind and my feelings and things like that. But these are, I've been having very physical experiences. And again, it can be scary, but you just roll with it. I mean, there's nothing bad that can happen to you if you stay in a vibration of love and stay in a vibration of faith and trust that your team has got your back and you're protected. Okay. Patty, this is the card that came out for you, where you need to be. Acknowledge how you are feeling. Have faith. The universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. What am I getting for you, Patty? Who is this visitor? Let's see if we can get some answers onto that. Okay, so Patty, what they're kind of showing me is that you've been contacted very often when it comes to ET activity. So it feels to me like you really have a purpose on this life. And it is human observation. You're an observer, and then you pass along information and knowledge via your dream state to your ET families. And I feel like you're working together with different types of ETs. And they do communicate to you. You usually don't remember afterwards because they don't want you to remember. But you have been visited very often in your yard, in your garden, and now this kind of man or human-like visitor. The reason there is no communication, because in some way or form, you're not ready to have the communication, but you are ready to acknowledge or to know that they are there, that they are in some way or form connected to you, and that's really what's going on right now. They're showing me that they started out with lights, like showing you maybe seeing lights or orbs around your house, or orbs inside of your room. It looks like they slowly but surely are upgrading their communication with you. Okay. Also, what Eric just kind of told me is that there used to be a ban, sort of an international law, where ETs were not fully allowed to communicate profoundly with the human race. They were there. With some people, they did have communications, but it's almost like this kind of ban has been lifted, and slowly but surely, they're going to reach out to more and more individuals, more and more people, in order to show them their um, cooperation, that they're there to help and to help us really lift up into a fifth dimensional plane and really transcend all of this lower frequencies, all of this negativity that's been keeping us imprisoned for quite some time. It's almost like Eric is saying that we are intentionally being held captive in a lower frequency in order to be a slave to certain groups, certain entities, certain ETs that need us for certain things. It's like that's coming to an end now. The United Nations are slowly but surely trying to uplift that imprisonment, and therefore they are assisting, but they cannot intervene, like take over. That's not allowed. That would stop or block our expansion, our growth. So they can only assist from the sidelines. And it's almost like you are one of those souls who signed up to be a participant in this intergalactic communication, basically providing information from a very human perspective, and therefore assisting them to better understanding where we are spiritually, emotionally, where we are in our evolution, and what's going on in the human mind, in order to then be able to help and assist better. So that's what I'm getting for you. So it's really about, acknowledge how you feel. It says, have faith, the universe will take care of a current concern. Basically, but what they're saying is, just allow it to happen. Don't go into a freaky panic mode. And I feel like you're not. I feel you're kind of like cool. But it's like, allow the universe to let this communication unfold the way that it will unfold, because slowly but surely the communication is going to become more intense, more clear. But right now it really is sort of like an introduction, a better introduction, just a validation that they are here, they are communicating to you, or they're allowing you to know of their presence, and that's going to unfold as it needs to unfold. So just flow with it. Acknowledge how you feel. Don't, but just kind of flow with it. All right. I know it sounds all very sci-fi, but hey, welcome to the real world. You just took the red pill. So that is unfortunately reality. Everything that was ever told us, Eric once told me, what did he say? What did you say? He said something like, the supernatural is more natural than anything else. Something like that. Don't remember quite clearly, but that's something he said. Anyway, I hope that helps. Crazy but true. Who else? Who am I being drawn to? Mamelo Matlakala. That is the coolest name ever. Mamelo Matlakala. Am I saying that right? Matlakala. Okay. Here we go. Which one are we? This one. I'm being drawn to this pack. Okay. Whoa. There it goes. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Oh, there it is. I don't know if it's zooming in or not. And then you have a second one. And this one says, I am a dreamer. I am the dreamer of my dream. Isn't that funny how they're both the same color? Look, because these cards all have different colors, but it's this kind of maroon, Bordeaux kind of color. I am the dreamer of the dream. And when I'm in alignment with love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Mamelo. Mamelo. What am I getting for you? It almost feels like you're in this, it's almost this space of paralyzation. I feel like you're paralyzed, like emotionally, mentally, like you don't know anything anymore. You don't feel anything anymore. Your intuition's like silent as hell. And you're just frustrated because I feel like you used to be very intuitive. You used to just follow what you felt, and it always kind of guided you to where you needed to go. But I feel like you're in this, I feel like all of your senses are kind of shut down. They're numb, they're paralyzed, and therefore you feel stuck, you feel lost. You're like, where am I going? What's this, where's this world going? What am I supposed to do? It's like, I feel like you feel deeply and strongly in your heart that things need to change. I feel like you have these urges for change, for creating something new, for getting a new job maybe, or a new hobby, or a new project, for reinventing yourself maybe. But I feel like because you don't have this push, like what direction do I go into? And that's what keeps you stuck. And so what I'm receiving for the advice is that you really, one, surrender. Okay. Because when we're in a state of panic, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, where to go, I don't know anything anymore. It kind of creates this panicky feeling, this stress, kind of anxiety feeling within, because we feel like we're wasting time. Maybe finances are not that great, whatever it may be, but we get into this kind of state of panic. And when we're in that state of panic, then unfortunately nothing can flow from that is productive. Okay. And so what we need to do is sometimes we just need to let things fall. We just need to let things be what it is. And if it's kind of nothingness, then embrace the nothingness. Create time and space for you to just sit with yourself, to just be in this nothingness and be okay with it. We have to find a way to do some meditation or any kind of disconnection sometimes from the world, whether it is listening to music for an hour a day and just kind of closing your eyes and letting yourself be transported by the music, or whether it is meditation, whatever it may be, or whether it is, having a hobby and doing something with your hands, painting, being creative, and just having your mind solely focus on that one thing that you're doing. All of that is being in a meditative state. And when we're in that kind of zoning out mode, when we start to disconnect from the human ego and the human ideas of what life needs to look like or what we're supposed to do, because when we feel stuck, a lot of times society has taught us that that's bad. You always have to know where you're going, and you should always have answers ready, and you should always be productive. Well, fuck that. Seriously, that is such BS. Just in order for us to feel shitty about ourselves and to be forced into doing jobs we don't like. Okay. That's just a manipulation trick that was placed upon us when we were little kids in school. What do you want to be and what do you want to do? And you gotta already know everything by the time you're 10 years old, and you gotta stick to it, and you gotta work hard to get somewhere, and blah, blah, blah. Those are all imprints that are incorrect beliefs. Okay. Allow yourself to be comfortable in your nothingness. All right. Right now, I have no bloody clue where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to be doing, but that's okay because it's going to come to me. And it's going to come to me when I'm calm. And it's going to come to me at the right time. And my team is working hard to find a way to get the messages through to me, you know? And when we're in that calm space, we're going to start realizing that I can do anything I want. This is my reality. This is right now, we're living in a virtual reality that is an expression of your conscious mind. Therefore, the reality outside of you is not separate from you. The reality outside of you is a part of you. Okay? Your soul is not a tiny little bitty energy that's inside this body. Your soul is actually outside of your body, and your body is inside of your soul. Okay? Your soul is massive. And so your body is inside of your soul space, inside of your soul energy field. And so is your reality, because the reality that you're experiencing, whether it is co-created with other people or whether it is your personal experience, in some way or form, it is a part of you, because it is simply mirroring back to you what you're going through, what you're feeling, what you're believing, what you're creating inside out. Okay, your reality outside of you is you. It is a part of you. It is a reflection of you, and therefore that means that you can create and do anything you want. You are the dreamer of the dream. Okay, you're in a dream state right now. You are dreaming this reality. As we speak, you are projecting it out of your consciousness, and therefore you're in control of doing and creating and pursuing anything you see fit, as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you embrace your power, and you not just intellectually know it, but you become it. It becomes a part of your essence. It becomes a part of your beingness. You have to not simply understand how the universe operates, how your reality is created, but you have to become it. You have to become the writer, the producer, the director. You have to become all of it in order to feel that moving forward pulsation, in order for you to see changes and evolution into your reality. So let go of the brake and start stepping on the gas. And the only way to do that is to remove any false beliefs or understandings that were man-made, and to start over, clear the clutter. So be okay in your nothingness for a while, because it's in the nothingness that we can clear everything and start over and create our own rules for our reality. Boom. There you go. Hope that helps. All right. Let's see, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome. Who else? Who am I being drawn to? Theo Me. Theo Me. Let's get a card for you. Theo Me. Let's see which one? This one. Oh, you're welcome, Mamelo. Hope it resonated or helped in some way. Theo Me. Let's see if I have a card for you. Lila says, "Finally, I got into this chat space. You did it." Hi, Ingrid. Oh, there it goes. We have two. Theo Me. We have Look in a Book and Pure Intention. All right. Look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insights that you seek. And pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. What am I getting for you? For some reason, when I was reading that look in a book card, I wasn't thinking of a book. It was almost like they were showing me the library inside of you. Like you, all of the answers you're seeking, all of the information is inside of you. It's almost like you're always looking outwards. I feel like you want to create something, like you, and I don't know if you've ever thought about it. I mean, but it's almost like your soul wants you to leave something, a legacy behind. Like you have bigger plans. Your soul has bigger plans than what you are doing today. And you might already have ideas, and maybe you want to start a business of your own. Maybe whatever it may be, you want to create something, you want to do something. But it's almost like you're looking outside of yourself in order to find the steps to get it rolling, to get it going, to start manifesting it, but you can't seem to find the steps. You know, you're looking for them, but you're looking for them in the wrong place. You're looking outside of yourself. And it's almost like creation starts from within. What you're lacking is the confidence to create what it is that you want to create or attract the experiences that you want. It could be different things, could be relationship, could be job, could be, you know, I just feel like you want to manifest something, you want to create something, but you're sending out contradictive energy, which kind of zeroes it out, and therefore there's no evolution, there's no, you know, you're not really going anywhere. But it's almost like they're saying you're looking in the wrong place for the creation of it. You're looking in the wrong place for the steps. You'll find it within you. That's where the answers are. Your intentions. The word intention seems to be popping up. Intention. That's what that's what I'm feeling. It's like your intentions are good, but your fears are so your intentions are positive energy. You're sending that out, but then your doubts, your fears, your insecurities are, negative, if you want to look at it, and it just kind of, it zeroes it out. Nothing can come into fruition unless the mind and the heart are in the same direction. You really have to start aligning what you feel with what you know. Once you do that, then you'll start to see everything fall, get going. The ball will start rolling, and it'll start manifesting itself one step at a time. But you have to get rid of the fear. You have to get rid of whatever it is that you're insecure about, because it cannot come into fruition if if this and this are sending out two opposite energies. It just can't. All right. I hope that helps. All right. Charlotte Cartwright. Charlotte, thank you for the donation, sweetheart. Let's get you a card. Recently ended a relationship. I know it was the right decision, but feelings of depression. Okay. Which one? This one. Oops. That one came out fast, didn't it? When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Charlotte, this is what I'm getting. Oop, hold on a little lower. This is what I'm getting for you. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So you're right. I do feel that it was the right decision for you, but what it's doing is it's creating a feeling of disconnect. It's creating this feeling of solitude. And that's something that your soul doesn't like. I feel like you like people around you. You like to have that confirmation, that validation um, from others in order to feel good about your life. Because I do feel like a lot of times you lack self-love for some reason, and it's really not necessary because you're wonderful, is what they're telling me. Wonderful. All right. So the advice simply here is, just honor what you feel. Okay. And even if we feel like we feel kind of off, honor it. All right. Just allow yourself to have that human emotion. All right. We're always trying to escape our emotions. I feel like if you honor your feelings, you're honoring your presence, your creation here, and therefore you are loving yourself in a way. And then, honoring what you feel and just allowing yourself to feel it, but to not also allowing yourself to not get stuck in it. Okay. Allow yourself to feel it, but know and understand that I don't need to be stuck in this. I felt it now. I can let it go now. Thank you for that experience. All feelings are valuable because everything in this universe is operated by an emotional energy, right? People think it's thought. It's not. It's actually emotion that feeds reality. The thoughts are there to do the creative process, but the feelings are there to feed it with the energy so it can come into fruition. All right. So allow yourself to feel what you feel, but also allow yourself to decide when you've had enough of the feeling and now it's time for me to move on. When you do that, you're embracing the love of the universe, you're embracing self-love, and therefore you'll always be guided back to feeling good, feeling great, and honoring the experience that you've had. When it comes to relationships, even when they end, always understand that nothing ends without purpose. That means that both parties have learned what there was to learn in that relationship. So find gratitude and appreciation of whether it was a good relationship or a negative relationship, whether it was easy or whether it was really difficult. Everything is valuable from a spirit perspective. So simply see it as the experience that was necessary in order to push your growth, in order to help you evolve and help the other person evolve as well. And therefore find gratitude that this lesson has now ended. That means you've gotten everything out of that what you needed to do. So it's actually a success. You graduated that relationship and are now creating more space to attract a new teacher, to attract a new relationship where both parties again will be there to help and assist each other with experiences that will expand the soul. So see everything not as an ending, but as a graduation, and just know that we in a human life, we come here for the interconnectivity. We come here for the relationships because it's in those relationships that we truly start to feel and discover who we are as an individual, what we want, what we desire, and what we don't desire. So it's in the duality that relationships bring that we get to grow and truly explore our most authentic self. So just express gratitude for that relationship, for that person, for that soul that decided to cooperate and, co-create with you. And just see every experience as something beautiful that was requested by the soul in order for you to expand. And therefore, you'll be more quickly be able to move back into the light. And that's where the love card comes in. Okay, when we address everything with, when we find the silver lining and everything, when we see everything as an opportunity for growth, then difficult things, painful things will more easily be able to be transcended. Will not get stuck in it, will not get sucked into it. We'll simply feel what we need to feel. That might be grieving, that might be sadness that something has ended. Whatever it is, allow yourself to have the human experience, but also allow yourself to then move on, allow yourself to then create space for more wonderful experiences or more challenging experiences, but that will both are equally valuable for the expansion of your soul. All right, I hope that helps. All right, who else are we being drawn to? Kenzie McGregor, your name is highlighted in my head. Is there a message from my TF? I don't know, but I can see if there's a message from your angels and see what else comes up. Which one are we going for? This one. No, wait. This one. Okay. This one. Mamelo says it completely resonated with me. Okay, good. Happy. That's good. So happy I could help. Whoopah. This is for Kenzie. Solitude. All right. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. Kenzie, what am I getting for you? It's almost like your mind. It's like people, spirits, entities, guides, they're all trying to reach out to you. They're all trying to create some kind of validation because you're almost at, it's like you believe in spirit, you believe in an afterlife, but sometimes you're not sure in what you believe. So you're kind of like this, you have this roller coaster going. There are days where you truly fully believe in it, and then you don't get validations, and then your belief goes down, and then it goes back up again. So you're on this a roller coaster of trying to decide how much you believe, what you believe. And because you're in this constant state of, it's like a self battle. Your soul is like, yes, this is real. And your human ego is like, but I'm not sure because I don't get the validation that I want. And because you're in that inner battle of belief, you don't get the communication, you don't get the answers, you don't get what you're seeking. You don't get the communication that you're seeking. And so what they're advising you here is to really find a method to go inwards, to relax the mind, because I feel like your mind is always so busy. It's like chip. It's like it never stops. You need to find a way to slow down the chatter in your head in order for you to get into a more calmer state, get into a more oxygenated state, because I do feel like you're a very hyper stressy kind of person, therefore not breathing correctly is what they're showing me, and therefore not getting enough oxygen into the system, and then having aches and pains all over the body. that kind of fluctuate for some reason. I don't know if that resonates with you, but it's like there's always something not feeling right. And it's just because you're like, you're tense. You're tense. You're trying to believe, but without the validation, you're not sure what to believe. And you go into this roller coaster, and then you want to get communication, but you're not getting it, or you're not getting the validation because you're. So I feel like you're just on this loop of not knowing and not being sure. Solitude for you is important. Disconnect from the world, meditate, whatever it is you need to do. Go into nature. I feel like nature is good for you. Go into nature and just kind of lay there. Look at the stars. Look at the trees. Allow your conscious mind to drift off by simply observing the things around you and not overthinking things. Just simply observation and being in that moment. And in doing so, I feel like you're going to open up more and more communication through calming down, releasing stress, bringing your body and mind into a calmer state of beingness, and therefore allowing yourself to be more mindful and to be more connected to the spirit communication that's happening all around you. All right. If for some reason nature, look into nature. There might be communication happening, because I keep being drawn to the card here. I keep being drawn to these tiny little butterflies that are around. It's almost like, be observant around you, because I feel like signals from nature are being sent to you in order to capture your attention. But when you're always in the mind, it's going to be really hard for you to pick up on that. All right, because then we're not present. Does that make sense? That's the message that I'm getting. All right. I hope that helps. Katya Pinto from Portugal. Katya Pinto. All right, let's get you a card. This one. All right. Dragon Spirit says, I think my guys scream at me all day. I think a lot of people feel that way. I know they sometimes have to scream at me because I'm very stubborn and I don't always listen to them. Which is dumb, because then I'm like, I should have listened, because their advice is usually pretty spot on. But my human ego sometimes gets in the way. I hope you heard your message, Kenzie McGregor. If not, then you could probably go back to the recording. All right. Katya. I need a card for Katya. Whoop, whoop. There they went. I got one here. Inner Earth and Crystal Skull Wisdom. There you go. These are the two that came out. Inner Earth, these say base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. And the Crystal Skull Wisdom, clarity, divine healing, and high vibrational energy. What am I getting for you? My bra straps keep falling off. I'm going to need somebody to tighten them up. Gotcha. God. For some reason, I'm being drawn to this just kind of deep earth under the It almost looks like Moria from from what's it called? Lord of the Rings. Doesn't that almost look like Moria? And they delved deep into the earth's core until they revealed a dragon or a beast or whatever it was. That's what I'm being drawn to. It's almost like you have this. What is it? What's the word? What's the right word? I feel like you have this deep rooted, very profound spiritual connection. It's deep, it's old, it's ancient. I feel like you came into this world fully awake, fully open. I feel like you're a healer. You're here to help heal people. You're here. How would I explain it? It's like you have this massive gift. It's ancient. An old soul. You're an old soul. You have this gift. But you've allowed the world to cover it up. That's what it feels like. It's almost like, yeah, this is like your heart. This is actually a tree with just dirt, and then there's this under the earth kind of castle. What I'm seeing is your neck, your head, your shoulders. This is your heart. And it's this temple. It's a temple. You have massive wisdom inside of you, massive abilities, but you've covered it up with dirt. You've covered it up with dirt. You're wearing a cloak of dirt. And I know I sound like a crazy person right now, but the cloak of dirt is just everything. It's like you've always tried to fit in. You've always tried to not stir the pot, not to upset people, but you're different. You just know in your heart you're different and you can't put your finger on it, and your reality, the way you observe reality is different. You have massive powers, but you're like an onion. You need to get rid of all the layers to get back to the foundation of who you are. And when you do that, things are going to become very clear to you. You're here for healing, for providing healing. You're here to guide people. I feel like you have such an important job to do, but it's time to let go of the layers and layers of disillusion, the layers and layers of manipulation and incorrect beliefs. It's time for you, excuse me, I feel so strongly it's time for you to embrace your most authentic self and to become that light that you were meant to be in this world. So, however you do that, start the process of clearing the clutter and moving into who you were meant to be. Okay. And it's that process of finding yourself, discovering yourself, but getting excited about it and being playful with it. That process is why you're here, to find your truest self. And it's going to take time. Okay. But take it one step at a time and start putting things into action. Look into, doing certain activities or whatever in order to get to that temple that's inside of you, that temple of wisdom. All right. I hope that helps. Katya says I resonate with this deeply. Okay, good. Time to, I feel like, I just want to shake you up and go, do it. That's kind of what it feels like. Oh, you're welcome, Kenzie. You're welcome. All right, Katrina McCabe. Let's get you a card, Katrina. Katrina. Which one? This one. Actually going to the same pack. Katrina. Let's see what we got for you. You're welcome, Katya. I hope it drives you. If not, Eric's going to come up there and kick your butt. That's what he says. My guide, Eric, is going to kick your butt if you don't do it. Hi, Irene. Hi, Karen. Whoop-ah. There went. Sacred inner space, Katrina. Look, there's you, surrounded by the light. What does it say? Sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. What am I getting for you? So the message that I'm getting is to really move into a space mentally, really move into a space of I don't know how to, I mean, I know what I'm seeing, but I don't know how to explain how to do that. They're showing me like, here's you, a human you, and here's the spirit you. And the spirit you is all glowy and beautiful and perfect, right? And the physical you is going through, the physical challenges, the illness, the constant problems that arise. And it's like they're saying, embrace that glowy part of yourself and visualize, imagine that you're pulling her into your heart space so you can heal from the inside out. Because normally I feel like you're always a positive person. You try to see the good and you try to focus on possibility and hope and all of that. But these last few weeks, I feel like you've been stressed out. You've been distracted again by maybe worries for people. It's almost like distraction is what they're saying. They're just saying the word distraction. You've been distracted from the focus upon yourself. Because you're such a good person that you always try to help everyone else as well. But that creates distraction, and they're saying, bring the focus back to you, bring that light being back into your heart space and see yourself healing this body, because you have to see yourself separate from the body. Okay. See the separation between you and your soul, and see how when you visualize or visually, or just you can just think about it too. Some people aren't visual. They're saying you're not that visual. But you can think about how that entity fills up this space inside this body, this shell, and just kind of heals it from the inside out, like vibrating light from the inside out. Therefore, expelling the problems, the physical problems. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I'm getting. Visualization, and don't get too distracted in trying to save everyone else. Okay, you're going through an important process of transcendence, and so the focus needs to be on you. Hope that helps a bit. Lace, thank you for the donation. Lace. Let's see which cards. Which one am I being drawn to? These. There we go. Katrina says, I sure do, and I have been. Yeah. It's noble, you know. It's noble to want to help everyone that you love, but sometimes, you know, we need to honor what our body needs and spend all of our energy. Oop, hold on. My fingers got blocked. Spend our energy on ourselves, even though other people request assistance. My moms really have been getting me frustrated. Yeah, see? Yep, that's what I felt. Just don't let them get you, honey. They love you either way. Their souls love you. You know, sometimes it's difficult. Lace. I need to cut the lace. Whoop-ah. Lace, look at that. Woo. Isn't that a pretty card? In the light of the moon. A full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. Lace. What am I getting for you intuitively? For some reason, that moon is like highlighting in this card. But it feels powerful. Power. That's the word that comes to mind. Okay. So what I'm receiving is that you're a very powerful person, a very strong-minded, opinionated person. You know, you're brave enough to look beyond what people try to convince you of. You're brave enough to do your own research. You're brave enough to think for yourself. But at the same time, you're also very sensitive. And that's not a bad thing, okay? But you're also very sensitive and you're easily hurt, especially when it comes from people that you love or care about. And I feel like you're surrounded by energies that might not be fully supportive of your beliefs, of your ideas, of your dreams, of whatever it may be. I feel like there's a lack of support outside of you, and therefore it's like your power diminishes. You know, I feel like you're allowing others to kind of extinct your light. But you're not here to be dimmed. I feel like your purpose is so much bigger than you are currently understanding. You're here to guide people, to wake people up. You're what we call a truth seeker. You like to know the truth. You want to wake people up by sharing wisdom and universal truth. And a lot of times you just want to shake them up, like, oh, wake up. Because you do get frustrated with people. And you're like, oh, how can you believe that? Come on. You know, like people do get under your skin. Because you're like this. I feel like you're the source of knowledge, but because of your insecurities, you're allowing other people to take away your power, and then you start doubting yourself. You know, and then you have moments where you're back in business and that light is all bright again. And then somehow, some way, there's always someone or something that kind of makes you question yourself again. And they're just kind of saying, embrace your light. You know, there's so much strength inside of you. You have to become the warrior of truth. You have to become the warrior of your truth and not allow others to question what you truly know, because it's not even about beliefs with you. You just know things and you don't know how you know, but you know. It's there. The information is there. It's clear as daylight, but you can't prove it, but it's there. And you have to follow it. They really want you to follow it and to no longer allow others to take you away from the journey you're meant to have. All right. So I hope that helps, Lace. All right. Let's see. Amunir. Let's get a card for Amu. Amunir. Which one? This one. Could you tell me whether my son died of a suicide or murder? Family needs closure. Solitude again. Amunir. I feel like we need another one. Oh, there it went. All right. This is for Amunir. Solitude and wisdom. All right. Solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you're all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. And wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy to help you with a challenge. Amunir, what am I getting for you? For some reason, I'm being drawn to the snow on this card. It's almost like I'm getting a feeling of you being cold and deserted and being all alone and being disconnected from the outside world. I feel like you're disconnected from everything. Like you don't fit into this world anymore. Like you can't get into it anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you don't belong here anymore. That kind of feeling, and you feel cold and dead inside. I know this sounds awful, but that's kind of what it feels like. Like you're you're really kind of in a distressed state. Like, I don't like this world anymore. I don't belong here. I don't resonate with anything that goes on anymore. I feel like I've moved to a different planet. I don't recognize my home anymore. I don't recognize my life. I just feel like you're in this, keep seeing this frozen popsicle, being all alone and lost in your own world. And they're kind of saying that, the answer to get grounded again in this world, to really feel like you belong here, to really feel like there's purpose and meaning into your existence in this world is within. You have all of the wisdom, but you're allowing yourself this kind of self-victimization to occur. You're the one allowing it. It's not necessary because the world is shifting. Everything's moving in a direction of truth, revealing truth, and attacking oppression and manipulation, and all of that is happening. It's exciting. People are waking up. People are seeing that we can't believe anymore what they're telling us. Everything's becoming a joke. All right, everything they tell us is now being received with yeah, right, that kind of attitude, because it is that. Yeah, right. It is just fairy tales and bullshit that they're feeding everyone. So you have to start looking at it from a different perspective. Look at the world with a different perspective. Yes, it may be uncomfortable because change is uncomfortable. Unfortunately, we have to clear the clutter. And that means we have to adapt and change how we buy things, how we feed ourselves, how we nourish ourselves, what kind of medicine we're using. We're being asked to become one with nature again. We're being asked to let go of the programming. We're being asked to no longer go into consumer mode. We're being asked to no longer buy from those that are controlling us, because people want change, but they keep going to big companies like Amazon and who knows what else. As long as you're buying your shit there, guess what? You're feeding the ones who are controlling and brainwashing you. We're being asked to change our habits. Why? Because the habits that we've been imprinted with are not your natural habits. They are just that, imprints, apps that were installed from the day you were born, in order to believe what they want you to believe, in order to buy what they want you to buy, in order to get this self idea or the lack of self love that they want you to feel, and so on and so forth. All right. But change is painful because humans like comfort. And but that's what they're saying. You're not alone in this world. You're not disconnected. You're simply looking at the world with the wrong goggles. Put on the different goggles. Deep within is the wisdom to pull you out of this kind of disconnect, this solitude, because you're not alone, and you never will be. There's always spirit and entities around you, and nature and animals and other souls. They're always there. They're always around you, and they want the same thing. They want to have a world where things are more positive, more focused on love and compassion, and helping each other grow, and allowing each other to be who we are, from our foundation, and so on and so forth. So the wisdom is inside of you. The answer is here, and it is change your perspective and embrace the solitude, because in that solitude you will find the answers that you're seeking in order to feel good about life again, about this world again, and about the future. All right, here we go. Hope that helps. Somebody wanted to know about their son, whether it was murder or suicide. In order to know for sure, we would have to connect to him. I don't remember who it was. Let me know your name so I can write it down. We would have to connect to him during a reading on a more profound level. This is an intuitive channeling. I can tell you what I feel, but in order to be sure, we would definitely have to do a reading. Unfortunately, I'm fully booked for this year, so maybe next year. But let me see if I can get a message. All right, which one am I being drawn to? This one. Okay. Let me see. Oop, well, that one came fast, didn't it? Ha, this is a good message for that, actually. All right. Whoever wanted to know about their son, this is the message that came, and this might be from your son. So, from Spirit, it says, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amidst the discomfort. Enlightened truth seeker. It was me. Okay, let me write it down. Enlightened truth seeker. So this card jumped out really quickly. This is what your son wants you to know, or Spirit, but I'm pretty sure it's your son. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amidst the discomfort. Sometimes we don't always get the answers that we want. Sometimes things remain a mystery. But the message here is everything happens for a reason. And it is your search for reconnection, your search for truth that is the purpose of his passing, right? Let me explain that. In this process of grieving, in this process of frustration, of not knowing, lies an immense opportunity for the expansion of souls of the family and friends of your son. So, what this card shows me is that embrace the journey to find truth, to find answers. The answers aren't coming to you today, but they will come to you in the future. So, what's really important is to understand that that is his gift. The gift of his passing is your spiritual expansion, your spiritual evolution, right? Because there will come a time where you no longer need others to communicate with him. You'll be able to do it for yourself. You'll be able to have a communication with your spirits that reside around you, that are with you. So it's all about growth. The discomfort leads to growth. The pain, the grieving, everything is going to lead to your spiritual growth. And those who were in close connection with him. Either way, what am I feeling? I'll just tell you what I feel, but we would have to connect with him on a much more higher frequency in order to truly validate that. But I do feel like this is suicide. I don't feel that this is murder. Yeah. It just feels to me like he was a very introvert. He always put on a brave face. Like he was always smiling or always joking around or pranking, or I feel like he always had this mask on because he didn't want bother people that he loved with his inner problems. Like he wasn't comfortable with expressing his deepest emotions, so he would just hold on to it. He really had a hard time letting go of things. Like he would just collect and collect, and because he wasn't able to express them, because he wasn't able to process them, it would just build up and fester inside of him, because he simply didn't want to be a burden. He always felt like a burden for some reason. And I feel like it was in his head. It wasn't real. I don't think he was a burden. I think he was a good person. But he felt that way. It just feels like there was something not, the way he experienced himself in this journey wasn't aligned with who he was. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because I feel like he was a good person. He had a good heart. But I also feel like he was lost. Like he couldn't figure himself out. He wasn't skilled in processing emotional things, for whatever reason. But that's what I'm getting. Okay? So I hope that helps a little bit. But just know that I would really have to get into a higher frequency in order to connect to him on that one-on-one level. All right? So I hope you can find peace in the fact that he didn't leave. It's just he left the body. He didn't leave. He's all around. He can hear you. He can see you. He's healing. He's doing good. And this is just see you later. It always is. It's never the end. They're never gone, but it's see you later, or hear you later until we find a way for ourselves to hear them in some way or form. So I hope that helps a little bit. Okay. All right. Wow. Thank you, Corrine. Love you. see, who else am I being drawn to? Katrina. Another Katrina. Lots of Katrinas today. Katrina. Bum, 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 bum. This one. This one. Oops. There it goes. Sword of Light, Katrina. Sword of Light. Divine protection, quartz cut, breakthrough energy, Katrina. What am I getting for you? For some reason, I keep seeing a heart on fire. Heart on fire. I keep thinking of this image of Jesus, and there's like a heart, and then there's like flames around it. Katrina, I feel like you're this warrior spirit. I feel like you don't take shit. I could be wrong, but I feel like your soul is this kind of, this is my life, my thing. I'm going to do it my way. Like you got attitude. Your soul's got attitude. Like she's very ambitious. And I feel like she wants to experience a lot in a short amount of time, in a single lifetime. She wants to learn a lot, but it can be challenging for you on a human level because I feel like you're constantly being challenged, one challenge after another after another. And it's tiring. I feel like you're tired. I feel like you're fatigued. You're like, when is it going to slow down already? I feel like you're on this, it's almost like this racetrack of just one experience after another after another after another because your soul is so ambitious. But they're kind of telling me you need to learn. It's like you have the power to decide how fast the experiences come. Your soul wants a lot, but if the human self is saying, look, too much, too fast, give me some breathing time, then you can create that. You can say, okay, right now I need a break from all these experiences and just kind of be and breathe and just kind of relax for a little bit. They're kind of saying, take back the sword and say, look, human self is here too. I get to decide to take a break. It's almost like you have to own it. You have to demand it so you can recharge, because I just feel like you're tired. You're tired. You need to find a way to re-energize, to disconnect for a little bit from everything and to just experience something that's feeding your soul. Because it's like we have these dualities inside of us. You're like, the human side is constantly work, doing things, work, getting things done, cleaning up cooking, cleaning, eating. It's constantly work mode. And then on top of that, you're trying to grow spiritually. And it's like, that seems to be also work, right? Trying to clear the things, trying to heal things, trying to figure things out. And it's like, it's just work, and everything's work. It's like you need time to just have fun and to just disconnect from all of the work and to just do things that bring you joy and that bring you energy and that make you feel good. You can demand it. You can demand that time of release for a little bit Take up the sword, demand it, claim it, and allow yourself to be re-energized so you can then move into your, it's not move, but change your work energy into play energy. Because everything that we do in this human lifetime can be changed frequency, and it's about changing the attitude towards it, to no longer see everything as work, but to simply say, you know what, I'm going to play with it, and wherever it leads, it's going to lead. I'm not going to be attached to a specific outcome I want. I'm simply just going to do what feels right at this moment and just follow through in that day, in that moment, and then see where it leads. Wherever it may lead, it's going to lead me to the right place. And therefore, we take away pressure, and we take away the constant need to reach goals, right? Because that can be very energy consuming. It just because we're always trying to reach certain pre-designed goals by the human ego, everything starts feeling like work, and then we just get exhausted. All right. So I hope that helps a bit, Katrina. Take time for you to process whatever it is you need to process. Let's see here. Who else? Who else? Trudy Panko. All right. Choop. Trudy. This one. Enlightened Truth Seeker says, yes, 100%, Emma. He always had a warming smile on his face and was such a fun person to be around. We all miss him terribly. Thank you, Emma. It's greatly appreciated. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm glad I could offer some assistance. Trudy, I choose love no matter what. And then you also have, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So there we go. These two jumped out for you. There you go. What am I getting for you, Trudy? Self-love. There's a lack of self-love. Trudy, for some reason, I feel that you've convinced yourself somehow that you're way little and that you don't leave a big impact on this world, and you feel small and you feel unseen and you feel irrelevant. It's like you're this giant energy, but yet you feel like a little mouse that nobody sees and nobody picks up on, and nothing you do makes a big impact on this world. That's what I'm getting, that how you see yourself, how you feel about yourself. And they're saying just your presence here creates a massive ripple effect. Because without you in this current timeline, in this current reality, the puzzle of Earth could not be complete. If you wouldn't be here, that little piece of puzzle would always be missing, and therefore it would never be complete. So you are an important part of the puzzle that is irreplaceable and extremely necessary. Your presence is extremely necessary in order for the balance of this world to prevail because you have so much love and compassion inside of you. So much to give to this world by simply being you, by simply being present. You are already emitting love and compassion into the collective that helps the collective to heal. So you need to change your perspective. We don't need to be famous and we don't need to do grand things to make an impact. We simply need to acknowledge that our presence here was wanted, is desired, and is intentional. And therefore, we are already making a difference just by being us. And then everything we do extra just increases that impression, just increases that influence, that thumbprint that we're leaving upon this earth, because you're always witnessed. You all have not only a spiritual team guiding you, but you also, every single one of you has a council, okay, a spirit council that is observant and that is observing everything you do. Each minute of each day is being recorded, is being viewed, and is being registered through your council. Okay. So understand that simply you being you, sharing your love and light with the world is what the world needs from you. And that in itself is magical and divine, and it has a massive ripple effect through the people that you share life with, through the environment that you share life with. I feel like you're very close to animals as well. So even through the animals, your presence is desired and wanted. So start embracing yourself, increase that self-love, increase that self-worth and that validation, because you're special. That's what they're telling me. You're special and you're wanted and you're needed in this collective creation. And it doesn't need to be, it's like the small, just your heart, just your compassion, just your creativity, your softness, your gentleness, just that changes lives on a daily basis without you even knowing that or understanding that. All right. That's what I'm getting, Trudy. I hope that helps. Let's see. Who else? Hi, April. I got your message, April. I will try and make a little video for your friend as soon as I have some time, okay? But let's get you a card. Let's get you a card, April. Let's see here. Which one? Animals, of course. Animals. Whoopah. Ew. Breakthrough to new dimensions. Look at that. It's a wonderful whale. Look at that for April. Breakthrough to new dimensions. A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your consciousness. That's positive, right? I just feel like there's a shift in your energy somehow. It's almost like you feel more powerful than you did a while ago. And I think something must have happened, or something you experienced just recently has kind of sparked this inner power, this feeling of, hey, I can change things, and I can, influence the energies around me. I feel like you've gained somehow more confidence or more feelings of empowerment, and it's just going to grow and expand. It's almost like there's this new version of self is coming. Just like you're going to start seeing yourself differently. And when you start seeing yourself differently in a more empowered state, then the reality around you will adjust itself to that. I feel like you're going to have certain problems might start to fade away or start to disappear. Whatever it may be, it's going to be because of your shift. There's a shift happening. Either way, it's a very positive shift, and it's about becoming huge. It's about becoming a manifester. You're turning into a manifester. It's like you've always understood manifesting. You've always tried to implement it and tried to activate it, but it's almost like it didn't really click, or it didn't really manifest itself until now. Something happened, and it's like this little seed, and it's growing a new plant, and it's just with every inch that it grows, you're going to get stronger and better at manifesting because of this switch. That's all I'm getting. It's kind of hard because I'm not getting much clarity, but there's something changing, and it's good. All right. April says, yes, changing and growing. Been doing a lot of inner work healing with Dr. Brenda Power. That's good. Had a lot of programs. Yep. Started a new K9 energetic behavioral connection classes to change the pup's trauma. That also helps them. Oh, cool. There you go. Things are changing. You're moving up into a positive direction. There you go. Good. Well, they're basically saying it's going to get bigger and better and bigger and better. So there you go. Ooh, itchy nose. Denise Marie. Denise Marie. Denise. This one. It's your birthday, Angela. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angela. Happy birthday to you. Feel like I need another one for Denise. Oopa. Transformation and look in the book. It's almost my birthday too, the 28th. We're March babies. Transformation. This is for Denise Marie. And look in a book. Look at a book. Whatever your questions right now, you'll find the answers in a book. The words you will find will bring the insights you seek. And transformation, this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that is happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Denise Marie, this is what I hear. Allow it to fall. Allow it to fall. It's almost like things are falling apart right now, and it's bringing so much anxiety and fear that it's very uncomfortable for you. But they're saying things need to fall apart in order for you to be able to reinvent yourself. You're kind of a person who gets stuck in routine, who gets stuck in repetitive behavior because it makes you feel a false sensation of safety. And what's happening right now is you're being challenged to understand that safety, a feeling of safety, does not go or does not follow from what you do, but from who you choose to be, how you choose to feel. In other words, your whole life you've been doing things, investing time and energy into things outside of yourself in order to feel safe. And they're saying now all of that is crumbling down. You're starting to realize that safety cannot be provided by a job or a relationship or family or whatever it may be that you're seeking your comfort in. Safety and balance and peace can only be established within our own, how we feel about us, how we see ourselves, how we choose to feel and think, and what kind of energy we choose to reside in. That's where the safety comes from. Okay, so all of this, whatever it is that's falling apart, it is happening for a reason. So let it fall, allow it to fall without struggling against it, without being in a state of resistance. Okay, accept that it's falling for a reason so it can create space to rebuild. Okay, when we're in the state of resistance, we don't like that it's falling apart, and therefore we're creating more struggle, more discomfort for ourselves, more pain, more suffering than it is necessary. You'll always find your way back, but the time for transformation is now. So we need to accept, surrender, let go of the resistance, and simply know that the universe is clearing the slate in order for you to then rebuild, recreate yourself, redesign what you want to experience, who you want to be, what direction you want to move into. And this kind of look in a book card, usually for me it's not about books, but this time it's actually about books. For some reason the book Many Lives, Many Masters keeps popping into my head. Now, I myself have never read that book, but I've heard about it. But that's the book they keep recommending for you, because it's going to help you to empower yourself in order to understand just, that you're the sole creator of your character, of your experiences, and of your lives. And in some way or form, that book is going to bring clarity. So Many Lives, Many Masters. I think it's Dr. Brian Weiss, but I'm not 100% sure. But look into that book because you'll find the answers that you're seeking in order to provide more support, more guidance while you're going through the transformations. Okay. Here we go. I hope that helps. Angela, let's get you a birthday card. Angela Larson. All right. Let's get you one. Let's get you a birthday card. Denise says, thanks so much. That really helps. You're welcome, honey. Things in my life have fallen apart plenty of times before. And, I've been, a long time ago, I've been in a state of resistance, and it's just let things fall. The universe knows what it's doing. The universe knows what it's doing. Instead, when things fall apart, just focus on you. Focus on finding peace. Focus on clearing the clutter. Focus on your own health, mental health, emotional health. Focus on that. Let things fall apart. Spend some time on you. Stop trying to figure things out, but simply just be with yourself. Who am I? What do I want? We evolve over time, Angela, this is the one that popped out. Enjoy the journey. It's kind of funny. All these fishes here, with their stripes, they always almost look like little clown outfits. I feel like they're celebrating. It almost looks like confetti and very bright things, very bright colors. Doesn't it look like a party? Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. Angela, well, one, they're having a party for you. It looks like a really fun party with lots of colors and balloons and clowns and just a lot of people. Look at all the animals that are on there. Animals everywhere. It's a crowded place. And the message here is just, you're changing. You're going through transformation, and it's a good one. It's about living more mindfully. It's about really just simplifying life. It's about no longer making huge, big plans, but simply, send out your dreams, send out your desires, and just hand it over to the universe. They'll take care of it. The universe will take care of it and bring it into fruition. All you needed to do was create it. And now all you need to do is focus on having fun and finding your highest excitement and in choosing what frequency you reside in, because it's that frequency that will ultimately allow similar things with the same frequency to move into your reality. So get excited about whatever it is you still want to do, you still want to experience. Approach it with a playful attitude and just simply live now in the moment as you're having a wonderful birthday today. All right. There you go. All right. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to do a group card. Ooh, what am I getting? Katrina C. I'm telling you, we're having a lot of Katrines today. Katrina C. Feel like from Brazil. Let's see. Katrina. This one. You're welcome, Angela. And then we'll do a group card for everyone. Whoop-ah. Here it is, Katrina. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Katrina, this is the message from your spiritual team to you. And a wonderful message it is. Thank you, Yunko, and you're welcome. Basically, Katrina C., the message here is you need to learn to live one moment at a time. A lot of the times we start to feel depressed, we start to feel, really negative, or we go into this negative spiral because we feel like we're out of control. We feel like we have no control over our lives. Nothing we try ever works out. Yada, yada, yada. A lot of negative spiraling, because when we're in the negative frequency, we receive more negative frequencies. It's just as simple as that. So how do we get out of the depression? How do we get out of the negativity? How do we get out of this kind of loop of self-pity, feeling like you have no control, feeling like you have no power at all, feeling tired, feeling exhausted, feeling unloved? It's just a negative spiral that continues and continues, and it's so hard to get out of it. The only way you can get out of that is to really just become very aware of your thoughts, become very observant of your thoughts and of your feelings, okay? You have to start to take back control of yourself by acknowledging and seeing what you're sending out. And the only way to do that is to be and live mindfully, to really just take life 1 minute at a time, to simplify, to really just go back to basics of being human, and to start to see light and joy in the small things in life. A lot of times we feel bad because we can't seem to achieve anything or move into any directions that we want to move into. But if we start to live mindfully, then we'll start to see magic and miracles in everything. Oh my God, I have food today. Oh my God, we have electricity. I can take a shower. I have clothes to dress myself. There is um, an opportunity to feel gratitude and love and appreciation in everything we have, everything we experience. Okay. And when we start to feel gratitude for the small things, then our frequency slowly but surely will start to change. It will start to shift. It will start to attract more things to be grateful for, more things to be loving towards. Okay. So that is the message here that your spiritual team wants you to know is one, become more mindful, live one moment at a time, and simplify your thought processing. Okay. Two, by becoming more mindful, we become more observant of our thoughts and our feelings. If you're having a negative thought, if you're having a negative feeling, catch yourself in the act and instantly change it from a disempowering energy, a disempowering thought, to an empowering thought. Okay. If you look yourself in the mirror and you go, oh, that's not it, that's not nice, then instantly catch yourself and say, oh, that was the old me. I am perfect the way I am. You instantly change the narrative in your head. Even if you're not fully believing it, it's okay. Fake it till you make it. Keep expressing it anyway. Okay. It's about reprogramming your mind to get away from negative programs and to replace it with positive reinforcement. All right. Look into studying or following courses of mindfulness. They will teach you how to do that. They will teach you how to, with each moment, adjust your thought processing, adjust what you send out in order to then change your reality, because what you send out, you receive more of. All right. This will give you a tool to empower yourself again. This will give you a tool to start changing how you feel again. And so, last but not least, find gratitude and see miracles in everything that you have. Oh my God, I got warm socks on my feet. You know, mindfulness, from me to you, mindfulness saved my life. I studied with a Buddhist Zen master, Thich Nhat Hanh, here in Bordeaux in France, and when I was quite young, because I was suicidal, and it changed my life. Okay, it changed my life, and his teachings really started, help me see my reality from a different perspective. They would show you an orange. For example, one of the mindfulness exercises is an eating exercise. And they would show you an orange, and they would say, well, what do you see? And I would say, well, I see an orange and it's orange. And it's probably good, but I haven't tried it. And what he taught me was, no, this is more than an orange in your hand. He would say, I see the sun, the soil, I see the tree, the orange tree. I see all of its siblings, all of the other oranges hanging around this one orange that you're holding on to. I see the man that's picking the orange, and he's carefully picking it with love in order to not damage it. I see the person that's done, cleaning the oranges, that are washing the oranges, the person that's packaging the oranges, the person that's shipping it to the stores, the person who's in the store putting it on the shelves, and then the person who buys it. All of that energy, that one orange, was handed from place to place to place, from energy to energy to energy. And wherever that orange went, that orange absorbed some of the energy of the people that were in contact with, the places, that it was stored in. And now all of that energy is inside of that one orange. And now you're going to become part of that family that orange was connected to. You, all of that energy, you're now, that was transferred from people and spaces into the orange, you're now going to absorb, and it's going to become a part of you, and you're going to become a part of their energy. And then we had to start smelling it and tasting it, and really be in that moment and try and taste every sweetness and sourness, and closing your eyes and feeling the textures of the flesh on your tongue. That's mindfulness, okay? And it sounds very extensive, but what it does is it helps you to appreciate everything you drink, everything you eat, everything you wear. People made these clothes, maybe not always in the best circumstances, but they put their effort, their energy, their love into this. We're connected through everything that we have, and everything we eat, and everything we drink. We're connected to millions of people, all of their energy, because everything we touch, everything we are in its surroundings, we are sharing our energy with our spaces. We are sharing energy with the items we touch. We are sharing energy with everything and everyone we connect to in some way or form that will be absorbed by the item, by the person, by the space. Okay? And so, therefore, we can be appreciative a lot more for everything that we have, and therefore find miracles in our lives. We get so used to having all of these things, and we don't value any of it. We don't value the work that went into it. People worked 7 days a week to make these cards. They that's their job. They made these. People worked hard to create things in order for us to enjoy them. See the miracle in everything that is. And mindfulness teaches us that. And that's why you never see a grumpy Buddhist, and you never see a depressed Buddhist, is because they see life and love and energy and validation and appreciation in anything that exists. Anything. And that's how we transcend depression. And that's how we transcend feeling disconnected or alone, or any kind of negative experience, or self-hate even, or self-loathing. So that is the message here for you. Find the miracles, because miracles are natural. They're everywhere, and they're inside of you. You're a miracle. Every single one of you. I think this is a message for all of you. Every single one of you is a miracle. Okay? There's no accident. You didn't go up, oh, there, I'm incarnated. Whoops. There are no accidents. Everything that is and that exists is a miracle on itself, because guess what? It all started from a conscious idea, from a spark of energy inside a consciousness, and it came into a physical reality through feeding it with the heart energy. Right? So everything that is a miracle. So look around. So many things to be grateful for. Having a home, having a warm bed to sleep in, getting up and being able to turn electricity on. There are people out there who don't have a home, who don't have a warm bed. There are people who don't even have electricity or running water. If you look at Turkey, 6,000 or more, even more people are homeless right now because of the earthquake. Appreciate everything you have. Appreciate everything about yourself. Everything. My teacher always said, if you can go to the bathroom and take a really big dump and it felt, normal, it didn't hurt, be grateful for it. Because there's people out there who are dealing with massive constipation and massive amounts of pain. You can be grateful for everything. For the fact that you can eat without having sore teeth, or not having a sore belly, or whatever it is. Everything is beautiful and miraculous if you choose to look at the world with those eyes. Right? And that's what I choose to look at. Yes, every now and then things are uncomfortable and things can feel scary because we're scared of the unknown. But I always remind myself that whatever's going to happen is going to happen with or without my consent. It's the soul energy that creates certain experiences in order for our growth to appear or occur. But I also know that nothing is going to be sent to us that we can't handle. And that everything that does happen happens as it's meant to happen. So worrying about it and stressing about it doesn't help anyone. What does help us is to truly live, to really appreciate every moment of every day, because everything you have is a miracle on its own, including your own essence, your own beingness. Because guess what? You can create and attract anything you put your energy and focus into. All that it requires, all that the universe requires, is your love and your dedication, feeling what you want to already be into reality. You have to feel that it's already there. You have to place yourself in that frequency, and then we can attract and manifest anything we put our minds to, because that's simply how the universe operates. It goes on your frequency. Which frequency do you choose to reside in? Because that is what's going to create your reality. You have the power. That's the biggest miracle, is that we all have the power to choose. If every person on this planet would choose to stop fighting and stop bickering and stop dividing each other, in one day, this whole world is a whole new world. And nobody would be able to control us anymore, because we would choose to own our own power. You see? So, Katrina, choose to own your power. Choose to see miracles everywhere. And choose to see yourself as a miracle. And then all of that stuckness and all of that uckiness, it's going to fade really quickly. And you will finally become the manifester that you've always wanted to become. All right? What? So I think that was not only Katrina's card, but boy, was that a card for all of us? I think so. Katrina C says, thank you so much. Your words mean a lot. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Beautiful. Mwah. You can do this. I know you can. We all can. If I can come from being suicidal for the first 15 years of my life to coming to where I am now and living one moment at a time, I don't know if I'll ever get this house renovated completely, but it's okay. I don't need to know. It's going to happen one day at a time, and we'll see where we end up. And it's not really that important. What is more important is that I enjoy life, and I get to help you guys, and I get to do what I was meant to do, share the love, share the insight, and help you guys become your most authentic self. That to me is much more important than fixing up a house. I would love to have it fixed up, but it's going to happen in its own time. I don't worry about it. You see what I'm saying? I think that's important in life. Live one day at a time. Live mindfully and appreciate every connection we make with each other. Whether it's a positive or a negative is not really that important. What is important is that in some way or form, we wanted to meet each other in this lifetime. And there is going to be growth from that encounter. So find light, even in the darkness. That's what Jesus said. If you haven't seen the Jesus message that I recently posted, go check it out, because there's light in every darkness. What did Jesus say? Something about without the darkness, what is it? Without the darkness, the stars can't shine as bright. So, find the light in anything. And then you'll see that this world is not as hard as you think it was. All right? Don't overcomplicate this world. It's simply a virtual reality, a dream state that just allows our soul, who's currently in heaven, our soul is in heaven with 4D goggles, having this temporary experience. That's it. That's all it is. So don't fear it. Live your life to the fullest. Become as independent as possible in every way or form, and therefore you'll have freedom. You'll have the freedom that you're seeking, but you also have the freedom to become who you want to become. All right? Wow. Feeling good. All right? Energies are shifting. Can you feel it? I can feel it. All right. I'm excited. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for staying with me for about 2 hours and a half. Thank you for your patience. And I will try and do this again next month. If you like these kind of readings, I do them on a weekly basis on my patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh page, where you can also have access to other things, guided meditations, and over 200 channeled messages where you guys get to ask the questions and I have spirit answer them for you in detail. Some of these messages are 3 pages long, so they're not short answers. They're very extensive, and I'm hoping one day to put all of that information into a book, to bundle it together into a book, and to then hopefully reach more people and help more people. That's what I'm sending out, just like I requested these cards, sending it out to the universe, and guess what? 2 months later, 3 packs arrived from 3 different people who didn't even know that I was asking this to the universe because I never expressed it. That's how the universe operates. Send it out, leave it up to the universe. You guys got this. All right. I'm going to pretend I already have them. And then you move into their reality. All right. So send out what you guys want to experience in this world. Become it. Become it. Don't fall for the trap of fear, but become fearless in your endeavors. Become fearless in your creation. And just know that you and you alone are the creator of your experience, because your outside reality is not separate from you, but actually a part of you. All right? It's a reflection of who you are, of your consciousness. Therefore, it is you. Therefore, you're in control of how you're going to experience it. So grab that energy, grab that empowerment, and start creating. All right. Love you guys. Big kiss. Hello from Germany. Bye, Tessa.